You think you know her. You think you understand the way she moves, the way she talks, the way she smiles. But there are things she'll never say out loud, not because she's hiding something, but because the world has taught her to stay quiet, to be strong, to be graceful under pressure, to survive. Beneath that confidence is complexity. Beneath that fire is fear. This is not about sympathy. It's about awareness. It's about stepping behind the mask, because every woman, no matter how bold, beautiful, or brilliant, carries hidden battles. Not the kind you see, the kind you miss, the kind you overlook when you're too caught up chasing the surface. Today, we go deeper. These are the 10 hidden vulnerabilities women wish men understood. Right now. Not next year, not someday, but today. If you're a man who wants to lead, protect, and connect on a deeper level, then listen closely. Because when you understand her shadows, you can finally meet her in the light. Let's begin. Number 1. Fear of not being enough. She can be stunning, she can be successful, she can have a room full of admirers, but inside, there's a voice whispering, "I'm not enough, not pretty enough, not smart enough, not fun enough." She compares herself constantly to Instagram models, to her friends, to your ex. Even when you reassure her, that voice doesn't go away. Why? Because society raised her on impossible standards. Be sexy, but not too sexy. Be ambitious, but not intimidating. Be strong, but still need saving. This tug-of-war is exhausting. So when she asks, "Do you still find me attractive?" it's not fishing for compliments. It's seeking refuge from self-doubt. Your role isn't to fix her. It's to be present, to see her when she's tired of performing, to remind her, not through grand gestures, but through presence and patience, that she is enough, exactly as she is. A man who knows this makes her feel safe, not just physically, but emotionally, and that's a kind of safety no money can buy. Number 2. Emotional burnout. She's tired. Not the kind of tired that sleep fixes. She's emotionally drained. From taking care of everyone, from being the emotional glue in her friendships, family, and maybe even your relationship. Women are raised to nurture, to hold it together, to carry the emotional labor most men never even notice. She remembers birthdays, plans the dinners, checks in when someone's quiet. But who checks on her? Who notices when she starts dimming? You might think she's too emotional when she snaps, but often it's because no one noticed she was breaking. If you want to be a man she trusts, learn to see beyond her smile. Ask how she's really doing, and then shut up and listen. Don't try to fix it. Don't interrupt with advice. Just witness her. Let her release. That's the difference between a boy who wants attention and a man who can hold space. Number 3. The pressure to be perfect. She doesn't show up flawless. She shows up polished. There's a difference. She puts effort into her look, her career, her attitude, not out of vanity, but out of survival. Because one slip-up, one moment of mess, and she's judged. Called emotional, called dramatic, called weak, so she puts on the mask. She overcompensates. She tries to be everything, to everyone. But inside she's screaming for permission to just be, to cry without being dismissed, to say, "I'm struggling," without being told, "You're overreacting." Men don't realize the prison perfection becomes for women. It's not a choice. It's a defense. So when she lets you see her flaws, her rawness, don't criticize, don't tease. Honor that moment, because it means she trusts you enough to lay the armor down. And that's not weakness. That's courage. Number 4. Body image trauma. You may love her curves, or her petite frame, or the way she walks in heels, but she sees her reflection through a warped mirror. Since she was young, she was taught her worth lies in her waistline. Magazines, ads, and social media drilled it in. Too fat, too thin, too tall, too short. Her body has never just been hers. It's been public property, commented on, judged, touched without permission. Even compliments can become pressure. She's not looking for worship. She's looking for peace. So when she opens up about her insecurities, don't dismiss them. Don't say, "But you're beautiful," and walk away. Hold her in her discomfort. Remind her that her body is not just for pleasure. It's sacred, it's strong, it's hers, and she doesn't need to earn love through appearance. She already deserves it. Number 5. Fear of rejection for her ambition. She has dreams, big ones, but ambition in a woman is still threatening to many men. She's been told she's too much, too intense, too independent. She's been told to tone it down, smile more, shrink. But you want to know what she really wants? A man who isn't intimidated by her power, but inspired by it. A man who doesn't compete with her success, but celebrates it. Because her drive isn't a threat, it's a gift. She wants to build, not battle. If you can't handle a woman who's passionate, focused, and forward-moving, you don't deserve her softness either. Her ambition isn't masculine, it's human. And when you stand beside her without trying to lead or follow, but walk with her, that's when she feels seen. That's when she feels home. Number 6. Deep fear of abandonment. She may act confident, unbothered, but inside many women carry a deep primal fear, being left emotionally, left physically, left without explanation. Sometimes it's childhood wounds, sometimes it's exes who ghosted, sometimes it's just the world teaching her that love is unreliable. So she builds walls, tests you, pulls back when things get too good. Not because she doesn't care, but because she does. She's bracing for the fall, and she'd rather sabotage it than be blindsided. If you want to reach her, don't take her distance personally. Lean in with steadiness. Show up consistently. Prove with action that you're not going anywhere. Not at the first sign of difficulty, not when it gets uncomfortable. You don't have to promise forever, just promise presence. Real men don't chase, they stay. Number 7. Fear of being seen as too emotional. She feels deeply. She cries when she's overwhelmed. She gets angry when she's hurt. She expresses. And for that, she's labeled unstable, irrational, crazy. So she suppresses. But that suppression creates resentment, anxiety, even illness. She wishes you'd understand that emotions aren't weakness. They're wisdom in motion. She wants to be able to cry in front of you without being judged, to speak her truth without being mocked. You don't have to understand every feeling she has. Just don't invalidate them. Don't roll your eyes. Don't walk away. Just hold her hand. Stay present. Because when a woman feels emotionally safe, she blossoms. She becomes even more radiant, more trusting, more giving. All she's asking for is the freedom to feel, and the safety to do it with you. Number 8. Fear of losing herself in love. Love is beautiful, but many women secretly fear losing themselves inside it, becoming his girlfriend instead of a woman with her own identity. They've seen it happen. They've lived it. They start adapting, compromising, erasing little parts of themselves. Until one day, they don't recognize the woman in the mirror. She wants love, but she also wants sovereignty, independence, voice. She's not asking for dominance. She's asking for partnership. So encourage her to pursue her passions. Don't make her feel guilty for wanting space. Remind her that you fell for who she is, not what she becomes for you. When you honor her individuality, you give her the freedom to love you more deeply, not from obligation, but from choice. Number 9. The need to be chosen. Every day she knows you love her, but she needs to feel chosen, not just in the beginning, not just when it's easy, but every single day. Not through gifts, but through attention, through effort, through intention. You don't have to be perfect, but when you stop courting her, she feels replaced, invisible, taken for granted. She doesn't want grand gestures. She wants consistency, a look across the room that says, "You're still the one." A touch on the lower back that says, "I'm still drawn to you." Love isn't built in the big moments, it's built in the ordinary ones. And when she feels chosen in the mundane, she'll give you everything in the magical. Number 10. The need for safe masculine energy. She doesn't want a boy in a man's body. She wants grounded, present, emotionally mature masculinity. Masculinity that doesn't dominate, but protects, that doesn't control, but leads with clarity. She wants to relax into her feminine, but can't if your energy is chaotic, passive, or aggressive. Safe masculinity is calm, directional, and spacious. It's the kind of energy that says, "I've got this," without needing to shout it. It's not about being alpha, it's about being anchored. She doesn't need you to have all the answers. She just needs to feel like you're not going to fall apart the second she opens up. Because when you lead with presence, not ego, she'll soften, she'll trust, she'll stop guarding and start glowing. And you won't just have her body, you'll have her soul. These vulnerabilities aren't signs of weakness. They're signs of humanity, of depth, of a soul that's been scarred, but still dares to love. Women don't want you to be perfect. They don't need you to be rich, famous, or ripped. They just want a man who sees them, who listens beyond the words, who shows up when it's not convenient. Because when a woman feels understood, she feels free. And when she feels free, she loves with a force that will elevate you beyond anything you've ever known. So ask yourself, are you brave enough to hold space for her truth? Are you man enough to meet her soul where it hurts? If the answer is yes, then you're already rare, because most men only chase her body. But the wise ones, they seek her spirit, and once she knows she's safe there, she'll give you everything.